The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, everyone. We are so glad that you're here with us today.
Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing
Sometimes things happen.
It's crazy.
Technology.
It's crazy. Go ahead.
It's technology. It's a happy day. No, it's great. It's a beautiful day. We're in the studio today. We're so glad that we have you with us today. We got Cindy Schwartz on the board. She's the one that takes care of everything.
There you go.
That's my girl. That's my girl. We have a wonderful show. We're going to talk about, we're going to do a little recap on the air show over the weekend. But we are here to talk about a new initiative in Indian River County. I'm very, very excited about it. This is a collaborative effort. It's the Access to Justice. This is a self-help center that they have created in partnership with the United Way and the John Zyland Foundation, and are able to create. And this, now we're in 2024 May. This started back in the fall of 23. And this is provides assistance with family law, small claims, residential landlord-tenant cases, and it makes it easy for people to handle court matters if you don't have an attorney. And this is free to the public. Okay, you're going to go in and somebody's going to help you. But I just think it's so amazing, and I really want to get the word out. There's a lot of people that are very excited about it. The people in our room are the people that are facilitating it. So we're very excited about having them here today. But you know how this works. We got to do a little bit of homework before housekeeping before we can get to the good stuff, the meat of the show, as we say. Air show, Cindy, best moment.
I like when they do the trail of colors. You know, and they have like the 4 or 5 of them together, and they have the trail of colors. I like that. That was my favorite one.
Yes, yeah. I
like the Fat Albert one.
Fat Albert, he's such a sweetheart.
Like,
that big old clunker out there. You know, he's bringing them the show, taking them away from the show. No, it's sweet. It is. But, you know, when you're watching the show, and I volunteered for the show, and it was great, and thank you for all the people that were there that acted right when you were in my tent, wherever I was. But, you know, you get 4 of them together, but when you get all 6, that's the moment.
It's a big deal.
You know, because there was a moment when the 4 were flying by, and then one came like from the left, and one came right over your head, and I was like, everybody was like, whoa, because it's very, very loud. So if you go, you might want to think about wearing like some earbuds or something, because it is very loud. And of course, a lot of children, you know, to bring your children, you have to bring ear protection. I did do this a lot. I did. I can't say that I didn't. Yeah, after a couple of days, it was a lot.
It is a lot.
What's happening around town? We talk about Vero Beach. Vero Beach is not about houses and condos at Dale Sorensen Real Estate. We know that the reason why people are coming here is because of lifestyle. And we have so much to offer in Indian River County. We live in such a beautiful place. And again, because of the benevolence and the wonderful things that happen that people are doing to help others in this town is another reason why people love it. But one of the things that's happening this weekend, because last weekend was like, boom, farmers market. It's a slice of Americana. It's still going on. It always goes on. It's year round right there at Ocean Drive. Farmers market, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Get your fruit, get your vegetables, get your fresh juice. Some guy's playing guitar. There's an orchid. There's ready to eat. It's amazing. So, and I, you know, when people come to town to visit or look at property, I always remember to send them over there because I think it's a great place, and everybody, it's just so charming. It really is. The Gifford Youth Orchestra is playing on Saturday this week. These guys are amazing. It's at the Gifford Community Center. They are so good. They're just a bunch of young kids. They're so enthusiastic, and they're so very talented. I always have to mention that because those guys are great. It's fun to see. There's outdoor concerts in the Loop at Riverside Theater. These guys, you know, Cindy, have you ever gone over there on a Friday or a Saturday?
I have.
Yeah.
You know what I found the last time I was there? I don't know if I should give you like inside information or if it is or not.
Please do.
Yeah, okay.
Tell all of our listeners intel. What?
The parking lot across the street.
Yes.
There's all kinds of, it's, what do you do it at the football game?
Tailgating.
It's incredible how much fun it is.
Oh, just pull your car up.
Right.
No, they're tailgating.
Yeah, but
I've seen
when
it all the time.
when I first started going there, it was just in the area.
Oh,
now
on the property.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now it's across the street. It was incredible.
It's wonderful. It's great,
and it's free.
It is totally free. Another thing in Vero Beach that we're talking about that is just fabulous about being in Vero Beach. Okay. Chef Scott Barricchio, Citrus Grill House, thank you so much. He always provides us with a beverage for the show. And today it is a beautiful sparkling rosé. They don't call it a champagne, but it's a sparkling rosé. It's a table wine, they call it. But oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's that time of year where you're going to go and sit and maybe order a bottle and sit outside on the patio, have lunch or dinner, have an open. This one, oh my gosh, I opened it and it is absolutely delicious.
And there's your view. If you want to sit and sip and look at that.
Right there, Ocean Drive, right there on the ocean. Easter Lily Lane, but it's right across from Humiston Park, right at that parking lot. So you need to go over there. They're open for lunch and dinner Monday to Saturday. Great staff, wonderful food. If it's not fresh, they're not serving it. Go over and tell them Lori Davis sent you. I always ask people, just drop my name, see if something happens. It might not, but you could try it. I don't know. He's a friend of mine, and most of the people over there know me. So somebody call me and say they tried it.
I want to know it.
I want to know if it works. I talk about this guy every day. For God's sake, once a week.
We want to know.
I know. I should ask Scott because he'd be like, "Can you stop saying that to people?" I got all these losers come walking up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Totally kidding. Anyway, Dale Sorensen Real Estate by the Numbers, guys. That's Dale Sorensen. They sponsor the show. We are the #1 realtor in Indian River County. We do a great job. We've been around since 1978. It's a family-run company. It's not we're not a franchise. We're keeping it local a lot. And the Sorensens are wonderful at philanthropy. They are definitely a part of the community and what makes this place great. Year to date, $298 million. Wow. That's Cindy loves numbers. There's only been 92 working days in 2024, and that's over $3 million a day that they're closing. And that's taking care of other people. That's not, we're not bringing it to us. We're putting people in homes or selling them out of their homes at the preference or obviously at what they're looking for. So we love providing that service. That's 19.8% of the market share. The next closest is 214 million, and they're at 14.2%. So we love it. And this is a community we all cooperate. Dale Sorensen can't do it all ourselves. We do like working with the other agents that we have in this town, and it makes our job a lot easier. Now let's get to our guests. We have some very important people in our studio today. We have the CEO of the United Way, Meredith Egan. Good to see you, Meredith. We have Ryan Butler. I was waiting. I have Ryan Butler. He's the Indian River County Clerk of the Court. So we got some heat in the show.
There we go.
Let's go. We got the courthouse in the house. Oh, no, we got two from the courthouse in the house, okay? And then we've got Nancy Luna. She is also with the Clerk of the Court. She is the director of the Self-Help Center. Yay. Welcome. So glad you guys could all be here today.
Thank you for having
Lori.
us.
Yeah.
The access to justice, it's a collaborative effort, to say it lightly, right? Many represent, okay, so this is what it is, guys. Everybody, there are a lot of residents in this town that go themselves to represent themselves in front of the court. They're not able to navigate the paperwork. They're not able to, and they get in front of the judge and he's like, or she says, oh, guys, God, we need you to fix this up and come back and see me. Because almost all the judges are like really, really good. I mean, especially if you're not represented and they understand what we're trying to do. Meredith, let's start with you. Tell us about this collaboration and how did it get started?
Sure. So it really goes back to the COVID days where we were seeing a lot of evictions. A lot of people were very worried about things. Yeah. So we partnered with the courthouse and the clerk of the court at the time to figure out a way to do some eviction mediation. Mm-hmm. And we brought in some local attorneys to do some pro bono eviction mediation. And that really started to unearth all the clients that were coming in were saying, well, I also have this issue. I also have this issue. I have custody or looking to get divorced or whatever it was. Can you help me with that? Yeah. And we were like, no, well, this program's really just about eviction, but we hear you. Yes. So we started to brainstorm along with Ryan's predecessor, Jeff Smith at
Jeff
the time,
Smith,
but
yeah.
Ryan was involved in those conversations to figure out what we could do. We pulled together the Johns Island Community Service League and the Johns Island Foundation, and then went around the state and found a model that we thought would work for us, and we brought it back, and here we are.
Yeah, it's amazing because it is a model that you can kind of implement, but it takes time. And
Yes.
I know that it's, but when I saw that, it started with the COVID stuff. And, you know, people are like, I can't go to work, and we're not allowed to go to work. We're not allowed to get out of our houses or whatever. Well, Ryan, tell us about, because it was a Jeffrey R. Smith Access to Justice Self-Help Center when it first opened. Tell us about that at the courthouse.
And it's still called that today.
It is. I know. It's got the name over the door. It's very cool.
Right. So Jeff had been the clerk of court since 2011, and he always wanted to have a self-help center for people who didn't have attorneys in civil cases and family cases. And the problem was there was never any funding for it. So finally, when the United Way came to us and approached us with the idea of private funding for a self-help center, it sounded like a great idea. And so Jeff was all in, and it's been a great effort because literally every single facet of the program is paid for by private donations. So we aren't using a single taxpayer dollar to fund the program.
That's incredible. That's incredible. Now, is the United Way, just to get back real quickly, is the United Way and that group, that is you guys are you fundraisers for this, or is this all?
So we fund it, but partially with United Way, but we also actively write grants to other funders in the community and fundraise specifically for this program.
Okay.
So it's a collaborative effort to undertake the program.
Yes.
It's also a collaborative effort to fund the program. So, you know, we've sought out other funders, including the Service League, like I mentioned, the Community Foundation, Johns Island Foundation, and some private funders as well.
I love that. Now, Nancy, you're both at the courthouse, but you also have a satellite office, which I visited today, which is over at United Against Poverty. It's a location over on 27th Street. It's an amazing facility. Tell us a little bit about what the day is like over there for you.
Yes. So I'm over there Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 5. And people just come there if, so United Against Poverty has a lot of offices that are included in their building, different things. Some people that are just there taking care of other things, and they see our sign, they see that they need legal help, they've heard about it, they've seen it, word of mouth, and they go and ask. They need help, they don't know where to start, so you know, that's very helpful to them while they're already there. They don't just go sometimes particularly for that, you know, for us to help them, but they're already there with other issues. So that's great for them. And they don't have to, you know, run around and do different.
It's a one-stop shop,
yes.
Literally. Because I mean, I could not believe the facility. There's a grocery store in there. There's crisis help. There's so many things, and the fact that you guys overlaid that process to that, because that's where somebody might go. I'm not going to say anything, but I think a lot of people might be a little nervous to go to the courthouse. Just between you and I.
You nailed it, Lori. We were very intentional because,
I think,
no offense to Ryan, but
no.
It's intimidating.
Yes, it is.
Especially with the population.
I don't go there.
Right. I mean, you have
I didn't do anything wrong.
You have to go through a metal detector. You have to interact with law enforcement, and maybe you haven't had a positive experience at the courthouse or with law enforcement. So we wanted to find a location that was a little more welcoming and familiar. So our partners at United Against Poverty have been very open, and from day one, they've been very, supportive of having Nancy there and connecting her with their clients that they're seeing.
That's great. Now, let me ask you a question, because Nancy, you're both at the courthouse and at Up Against Poverty. Do you see more people at Up Against Poverty than the courthouse?
No, it's the other way around.
Really? Okay, good.
Well, we're there 2 days a week, and at the courthouse we're 3.
Okay.
So that makes a big difference.
Yes.
But it's up there, the people that go through United Against Poverty.
Yeah. I think that's cool. Now, I'm going to go back to Meredith, because the cost to an individual, there's no cost at all unless you have a consultation with an attorney. And from what I read, it's $1 a minute.
Yes.
With a 15-minute minimum and a maximum of 60 minutes. Now, that's so amazingly crazy. How did you get to this accomplishment? in this opportunity?
Well, back to, the generosity of our funders. We wanted to make sure that this was accessible to everyone.
Yes.
We saw that there was $1 a minute kind of policy in some other self-help centers across the state, and that they were learning from that this helped clients sort of have some skin in the game. The dollars go back to the program to help self-fund it. So that was a revenue stream for the program. It's not a lot, but it's something.
It is.
And then it also, it helps with making sure people show up for their appointments so that, the attorneys are volunteering their time. So we don't want to waste their time. So this ensures that the clients will show up. And like I said, it really just puts some skin in the game for them. But we wanted them to have the opportunity to have a consultation because, like we said, these are not people that can afford attorney representation. So this is a consultation that they can just run through. This is my story, this is what I need. And they can say, boom, 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 you need this form, do this, this, and this. And
you're good to go. I was floored when I saw that. Ryan, how do these attorneys, I don't know whether it's hard to figure out who's involved in what here, so I'm just going to ask questions randomly. Okay, good. Like the attorneys that volunteer, how do they get involved? I mean, how does that come about?
So there are a couple of law firms in town that have provided most of the attorneys. We also have some solo practitioners who have volunteered, and really they each have their own specialty.
Okay.
And that's what we were looking for, attorneys who specialize in certain types of law that people are asking questions about. And so, for example, if you have someone who has a landlord-tenant question, then we can have them consult with an attorney who has specialty in that area. If there's a question about a civil lawsuit, we can put them with an attorney who knows civil law.
Right.
We've also had questions about probate cases, and we've had some attorneys with probate experience who can then consult with those customers.
Yeah. So then, as we're speaking, then I'm thinking beyond. So can they go just for legal advice without actually having something in front of the clerk, in front of the court?
Absolutely. There's no requirement that there be a pending case in court. And sometimes just talking to an attorney will send them in the right direction, and they may find out that perhaps filing a case in court is not the right thing to do.
Sure.
And that's really the purpose of the consultation, is to make sure they're getting sound legal advice, because it costs money to file a lawsuit.
Okay, yeah.
And if you pay $300 or $400 to file a lawsuit, and then you find out you don't have a case, you just lost your money.
Right.
So it's always better to consult with an attorney, and when you can do that for $1 a minute, it makes a lot more sense than paying someone $400 an hour to find out the same thing.
I agree. Oh my gosh. This is like so exciting, don't you think? I mean, you guys have been excited about it for a while. I'm excited for it for like 2 weeks since I knew I was getting you guys in here. Now, family law is a huge part of the program. Would you say that was the biggest part?
That is the biggest part, just because it does involve a lot of cases. It could be from child support, divorce, paternity, a name change, temporary custody, different areas of the law that involves family law. So it is a big chunk of the cases that we have.
Yeah. All right, listen, we need to take a break. We have to pay for this with commercials just like everybody else. So we're going to take a break here with our amazing crew, and we'll be right back in 1 minute to finish this up with you guys. Talk to you in a sec.
Sturgis Lumber is the county's most trusted hardware store. Sturgis stocks stainless steel products, power tools, construction and painting supplies, propane, plumbing, and electrical parts. 4645 US 1 Vero Beach, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware.
Hi, this is Willie Miller, host of Arts Blast on the Air. Listen to my show to learn about the people and events that make up our great arts community. Listen to Arts Blast on the Air on your Alexa or wherever you get your favorite podcast. Or tune in to Arts Blast on the Air Sundays at 5:30 p.m. right here on your weekend home for the Evergreen Media Network, News Radio 107.9 FM and 1370 AM, The Patriot.
Supper, dinner, whatever you call it, Marsh Landing has perfected it. Come have a taste of what we've been making from scratch. Big heaping portions of Old Florida specialties, from frog legs to catfish, steaks, and homemade dessert. Enjoy supper or dinner at Marsh Landing Restaurant in Fellsmere.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, all in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a spring sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture.
All right, guys, we are here with the Access to Justice, and these are the most important people. We have Ryan Butler, we have Nancy Luna, and we have Meredith Egan. These are the people that make this project possible. Nancy, tell me about some milestones, all the things that have happened since we started.
So we are very excited. We open our doors September 21st, 2023 at the Up Center location. And as of yesterday, we have assisted 680 customers.
Unbelievable. Yes. Unbelievable. Yeah.
We're very excited.
Real quickly, Ryan said something, if you're doing like a divorce, there's like 20 different papers documents that need to be filled out.
That are required. They're not optional.
Right.
They have to be filled out correctly.
Correct.
Yes, completely correctly.
Yes. Unbelievable.
It's a lot of forms and that's what we're there for.
That's awesome. That is definitely, that's just great stuff. And then tell us about where we're going. Tell us, Meredith.
I mean, I think just these numbers demonstrate, we knew there was going to be a need out there. The numbers are really showing that need is out there and only continuing to grow. So we've recently decided that we are going to expand.
Yes.
We are going to hire another Nancy, if we can find a clone of her.
Good luck with that.
And we are going to be having a kiosk in North County up in Fellsmere because we know that community is isolated, has a lot of legal issues. So we'll be expanding definitely to Fellsmere and also hopefully some other areas of the community, maybe Sebastian, South County, making sure that every corner of the community is covered and people are able to access the services whenever and wherever they need.
It's such a great service to have. One of the things that's interesting, you're talking about what was your number again, Nancy?
680 customers.
680 customers, and that was September 21 in 2023.
6 months.
I pulled numbers just for real estate today. There's only been 92 business days in 2024. So you guys take that 600 and think about how many daily. These are business days. I got you.
Yeah. I think you didn't look.
I was like, yeah, look, it's all you. No, but anyway, it's so funny. But you think about how many days actually per day. If you take those numbers and then you got one last quarter of business days, that's how much is being done, and it's really amazing, and it's super important. And if you guys need me or need anything from me, I am happy to be out there and bang that gong for you guys. I just think it's a great project. So we have. Kiosks open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the Indian River County Courthouse. Okay, that's right there on Route 60, guys. It's right just past 14th Avenue. You all know where the courthouse is. If you're not comfortable going there or just don't have the time, it's not convenient. Now they're up on 27th Street, up against United Against Poverty. Really easy. Go over 26th Street over that railroad track, and it's right tucked around the corner. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. What a wonderful show. We love you guys. Ryan, thank you so much for being here, Clerk of the Court. I know you're super busy.
I know
you're super busy because you're running the whole show. We got Nancy Luna and then, of course, Meredith Egan, Everything United Way. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, Lori.
We are so happy about this project, and I'll be happy anytime you guys have something else exciting going on. Please sure call me. Thank you, everybody, for being here. If you have any questions, you can always find Lori Davis online. 772-538-1828. Google me. I'll be there. Thanks for being on the show. We are so happy that you guys are here. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. It's Indian River County. It's Vero Beach. It's a beautiful place to be. We'll see you here next week. Have a good day.